There we go. That's the window. Good evening, everybody. What's happening? More some afternoon others. What's going on? Welcome to episode 33, Shill and Chill podcast slash vodcast slash. We'll sit here and talk for about an hour or so about whatever people want to talk about. You know what I mean? Yo, Art Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Garch, what's going on? Yo, congratulations to Garch for coming through and winning the impromptu Tekken 7 tournament on the Mo Plays channel. Appreciate you. Zero Hero, what's going on, man? Yo, whatever everybody pre-orders for YouTubers or for suckers. Yo, the most American intro song ever. America. We hit 7 months. Yo, what did we hit 7 months of? So what's going on, man? What did I miss? What are they not telling me? What are they not telling me? But hope everybody's had a good week. The last time we've spoken, it was pretty much a feedback show about how we can improve future products. Hold on, let me turn that down. Is that too loud, chat? That might be too loud, right? That a little bit too loud here. We can do that a little bit, right? Oh, yo, Sosa with the membership for 7 months. I see it now. I had to look over at the other window because it wasn't showing. Like, I don't know why I didn't notify, but yo, Sosa, appreciate you with the membership. All the lights, help to keep them on. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, hi. But yeah, man, we're just hanging out. Yo, what's going on? Welcome. Donald, I'm saying, MSU Rich, good evening. Hold on, let me remove some of these things so that I don't get confused, because let's remove that from the studio, and then that gets removed from the studio, so I don't get lost, right? So, I had an idea, right? And for those who don't know, Moat back in the day used to want to be a DJ. Still kind of wants to be a DJ. I won't say like a DJ, like, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, when I say a DJ, more of like a talk show host, you know, kind of like Fraser Crane. Go ahead, caller. I'm listening, right? And so the idea behind that was like, you know, is the main reason why I do YouTube now. It's just because like I like share my thoughts, my opinions about stuff, man. Getting to be able to talk to the beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the chat. You know what I mean? Oh, and Haffy. We get to talk to Haffy as well. But, you know, and so I was like, man, I have this platform and we can literally just sit here and shoot the crap and talk about whatever we want to. You know, as long as it's we keep it adult, right? You know, that's the idea. Yo, Music Mike, what's going on? Yo, Chris, yo, hello. You said drop the beat. We rapping? We rapping now? But I guess we should stick to the topics tonight, because last week we didn't talk about the topics. For instance, we didn't get to talk about the blurry picture, you know, the blurry picture with the Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet and the root and the tapper with the mini fridge in it, which was a mod that was brought to you in the community that they had commercialized. I don't even know if that's coming to fruition. They're probably just prototypes to share with the community, right? You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to kind of see that, you know what I mean? But, you know, tonight the idea is, yo, shout out to B and Cons at Cons of Us. I want to kind of look at a little bit of his footage that he showed from NFL Blitz. I kind of want to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom because I'm absolutely in love with it. Oh, and I want to do one more thing. And I think I'm allowed to do one more thing because it's my channel, right? As I pause the music. For those who don't know, you guys see the pinned comment. The pinned comment is for the Arcade 1-Up Marvel vs. Capcom tournament that I am running on the Mo Plays channel. Community-driven event, community prize pool, etc., etc. If you got a Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet, you should sign up. And now we're going to Shill, because some of y'all may have not. Community's got a great prize pool and everything else. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mo. And yeah, man, it's starting to look really good for Sunday. If you're not involved in the tournament, if you're not signed up for the Arcade 1-Up Marvel vs. Capcom tournament that is happening this Sunday, the Labor Day Brawl. Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Pacific. Don't ask me about Mountain because I don't know what it is. But as you guys can see, when the Arcade 1-Up, it's running really well. It looks really good. And hey, you know, get ready to have some fun. Get ready to be here and enjoy everything that the tournament's going to offer. The community's got a great prize pool and and everything else. So hope to see y'all there. And yeah, I know I'm not moving. I'm literally not moving. I know that. So y'all don't have to call that out in the comments, right? Anyway, thank you guys for checking us out. And as you guys can see, we can go back out and go load into the lobbies and everything else. So the link will be here in the description if you want to sign up. And yeah, man, yo, come get some. Later. Yeah, what he said, what Pass Mode said about coming to get some and all this other jazz, right? So yeah, man, yo, make sure that you guys sign up. The link's pinned in the link is pinned in the comments. So if you want to go get in, you know what I mean. Yo, the Sonic cabinet looks like a failed mod that someone tried. It's yellow. I guess we can wax poetic about it because we didn't talk about it last week, right? So for everybody who didn't see it, and it was on my thumbnail last week, right? But yeah, it's so yellow. And don't get me wrong, I love yellow, right? And it's so bright. I don't even know what games you put on it. Do you put the Sega Plays games on there? You know, from the arcade ports. Do you put those on the cabinet? You know, it's funny because you couldn't see what games were on it. You know, I'm more curious about the Tapper and know if it's a good mini fridge. You know, so it's out here pushing the weight, right? So back to the idea. The idea, chat, was that we have a call in, right? So I'll post a link in the chat. If you want to come on, we talk a little bit about whatever topic you want to, and then we keep it moving. That is the idea. That is the idea I want to roll with. So there's a link if anybody wants to come in. Meanwhile, here, we'll switch over screens real fast. So let's talk about B and his video. So he did a stream with Game Room Theater, you know, because they got the cabinet early, right? And showcased a lot of early gameplay and things of that nature. And seeing the cabinet in action is way better than freaking, you know what I mean? Seeing like, you know, Arcade 1-Up put out trailers or whatnot, because you can actually see it moving in game, you know? And for all intents and purposes, the game looks really freaking good. You know what I mean? Like, I almost got FOMO. Almost. Also, 19K is absolutely right. The Redskins are confirmed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my stream title switches Final Fantasy. That's okay. It didn't update. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. If I got a wrench that can change the stream title, that'd be great. But yeah, like, and if you watch some of this, there's some cheerleaders in there as well. So it goes back to one of those things that when the initial announcement stream happened, and then the tailgate happened, where we talked about how, you know, we talked about things on the tailgate that we couldn't talk about on the official stream. And you guys are able to see it live and in color right now, you know? And you guys can see you have the ability to go for late hits, you know what I mean? But it's just freaking, they're disabled, you know? Now, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, it's PG and whatever, right? Dude, like, it's not Arcade 1-Up's fault. That's the NFL. Chris Carter said it himself, you know what I mean? Like, as someone who was involved in that, he said himself, that's on the NFL. That's what they want. They want to showcase the game being safer. It's not Arcade 1-Up. But if you're watching the emulation of the game right now, it looks really freaking good. You can also tell it's a kid playing. Look how he's hand-handing the stick. Listen, yo, he plays like how UAG plays. Legit, right? Yeah, Blitz looked great. Exactly. Blitz looks really freaking good. I enjoy Blitz and how it looks. Yo, Music Mike said I might be in the minority, but I'm really looking forward to Blitz. Love NFL football in any form. Can't wait. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hold on, let me pause B's video real fast, you know. But I personally, I think it looks good. That's just a me thing. You know what I mean? As I see people loading in the stream, John, Gibby, Brooklyn Menace, what's going on? Let's get our call on in. Amber, appreciate the resub. And for those who don't know, if you're subbing on Twitch, all that stuff goes to Extra Life. So just so you guys know, that channel's a charity channel now. So feel free to drop your subs, drop your bits. It's all going to Extra Life automatically. So Twitch is getting no cuts of any of that. So PP gets you. All right. So yeah, I'm looking. Oh, I have somebody in the back. Oh, so somebody's in the back. Hopefully we can be peaceful tonight. You know what I mean? It's usually peaceful over here. So, you know, Papa Brad's Gaming. Welcome.
Hey, what's happening? Always peaceful, buddy. How you doing?
I'm all right. All right.
Hey, guess what? Y'all been waiting for me to say it. I sold one of my arcades.
What'd you sell?
I sold my original one. So I moved my Atari into my lineup.
Oh, that's a Tempest. Okay,
I had 3 of them. So don't need 3 iiRcades. That's a bit too many iiRcades. Much as I love iiRcade.
So you sold the original iiRcade and bought a Tempest.
I had a Tempest. I just moved it. I have what a lot of people don't know is I have an entire room full of arcade 1-ups. So I support arcade 1-up. I love arcade 1-up.
Okay.
They're just in a separate. They're in their own room. They got the whole room to themselves. Right?
Hold on a second. Sorry about that. So what's going on, Papa Brad, man? Glad to see you guys are doing a lot of stuff with arcade. You guys had a lot of content last week.
Oh,
a lot. You guys went 3.5 hours. I was like, yo, holy crap.
That's the way I like to do it, man. From now on, my show's gonna have tons of guests. I mean, it's almost pretty like an open link almost. Just contact me before the show and we'll set it up.
Okay. You want to give the people a sneak peek of what they can expect this Thursday?
We're still working on it. Of course, we're going to talk about the Lode Runner Legacy game that came out. Everyone's been enjoying that. It's kind of like, it really depends on iiRcade, I mean, we're totally dependent on what they, just like, anyone that's covering arcade space, So I'm going to wait and see what they drop. We go bi-weekly, so I got a whole nother week.
Right. Let's see. Can we see more of the NFL Blitz? Are you able to get the Game Room Theater on here for more questions? I personally don't know them. That was B's connection. Again, I didn't ask. So Papa Brad, is there anything that you're looking forward to, like game wise or cabinet wise from any company?
I did have a purpose for selling my one of my arcades because I want to have space for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's a cabinet that I'm just totally stoked for. That's my favorite fighting game of all time. And so it's definitely going to have a home in my home arcade space. That's there's games that you have to have, that you just have to get. And for me, that's one of those games that I just have to get because I just love that game.
So you're gonna be in the fiasco of trying to pre-order next Thursday.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to pre-order it. And I'm always like, only suckers pre-order. I'm like the last person that would ever pre-order anything, but I'm just really excited about that game. So I think I probably will.
I think the only thing I pre-order is consoles. Really, literally. And I think I pre-ordered Killer Instinct and they end up canceling that and I had to reorder it again. So it was kind of a wash. You know what I mean?
It's like, usually, if you're willing to wait, you can't get the better deals, If you can wait 6 months, you get a little bit better deal. But if you wait like a year, you're always looking for bargains, you can find a good deal.
Yeah, I think with that, but I think with this is going to be kind of like how the original Marvel vs. Capcom was, where you couldn't get it. Literally, John had to re-release it because you couldn't get it anywhere. Okay, went up. So I begged for that, literally, and I swear, I'm like, yo, John hates me. I was like, yo, that dude hates me because literally, I'd see him, hey, can you re-release Marvel vs. Capcom? Can you re-release Marvel vs. Capcom? And they had the ability to, but with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's so limited. You know what I mean? Kind of concerned about it. Again, I have a video going up tomorrow talking about this. Awesome. You know what I mean?
I've been enjoying my Big Blue too. I got a Big Blue, and I modded all the controls, put some Samwas in there, put a little Vegas in there. I know a lot of people don't like lit buttons, but I like the Vegas look. I'm like CT Jason. I love the buttons that light up. I modded all the controls, did the input lag fixed. And the only thing that matters is I got to play it, and I beat Jeff Rainwater. So that's the only thing that matters with it. So
that's awesome.
It's a keeper now.
So do you plan on I know that the iiRcade Game and Brew Night is next week. Are you attending that at all? Or
no. I'll be watching through the eyes of you lucky people that are going. I'm sure it's going to be fun. There's going to be a ton of streamers there, so I'm looking forward to the content. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's I don't know, a little nervous, but it's Chicago, and I've always wanted to go to Galloping Ghost and do a bunch of other stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Everyone loves you. You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, We'll see him. We'll see how that goes.
Come on,
right?
Man. I'm a channel member, Mo.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, we'll see how it goes. I usually, anybody doesn't know. B's in the chat. What's up, B? And B will like, listen. I'm antisocial. I'm an introvert. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really introverted. But so you got to have a vibe. You know what I mean? And that just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Brad,
I'm
but thank you for being on. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for coming in to call in. First official call into the call.
Thank you. iiRcade. It's not this Thursday. Next Thursday, we got a brand new show. We got some cool stuff in the works. Already got 3 segments already in works for the show. So excited about it. Thanks a lot. Peace.
All right. Appreciate you, Brad. See, chat, and just like that, that's how we're operating. We're operating on the call-in space tonight, right? So yeah. What's going on? So B's in the chat. Hey, B. I got a question about I did get a question about Game Room Theater. I don't have personal connections to them, you know what I mean? But I would, however, like to showcase more of that delicious that footage that he's showing off, right? Because this is B's footage, you know. Hey B, are you in the closet? Are you in the closet, sir? Ezekiel, what's going on, man? What's going on? Brooklyn Minute says he'll be there at the iiRcade event. Awesome. But yeah, so again, this is B's footage. You guys aren't subbed to Kongs or Us. Click his name in the chat. Go drop him a subscribe. He's a good dude, man. I literally hope he's going next freaking week so I could look him in the eyes again. He has dreamy eyes. Which reminds me, I need to put the vlog out. Legit, I need to put the vlog out, right? But the good thing about B doing this stream is that literally I think this stream should alleviate a lot of, you know, what they like. I'm pretty sure he asked if there could be any late hits. And again, they just removed the hit detection. They removed a couple lines of script, et cetera. But the game works on that fundamental level. And for me, that's what's important. You know what I mean? That's what the people should care about. Again, chat, if you want to come in, let me know, and we'll get you in there, right? But I don't get FOMO about NFL Blitz. I genuinely don't, and it just happens to be one of these things where it's just like, yeah, I kind of want it. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing that I am genuinely just sitting here like salivating about. And the good thing is, you know, I think it was Mad Astro tagged me in it on Twitter today, but they're here, so cabinets are starting to get shipped out to everybody, as they should, because it's the end of the month. So hopefully everybody is looking forward to that. Where else, right? You couldn't hear the announcers in the vid though. I had it muted. I had it muted because I didn't want to, you know, I don't want B to come and copyright the kid, right? The marquee looks washed out on Blitz. Does it? I don't know. Yeah, let's go back and let's see if we can get a shot of it, right? It looks a little bright. It looks a little, you know, but again, but see, the thing is, chat, you got to also remember, like, you know, that can be the lighting. He has a ton of lights in his room, you know. I can't bring somebody back on that wasn't mine. You know what I mean? I can't bring it back on. And that dude, like, he was on SportsCenter, like, he's a busy individual. You know, it's kind of hard to just bring somebody in. But like looking at it right now, again, chat, you know, that can be a lighting thing. And like, if you go watch this stream. After you get done with this stream, got nothing else to do tonight, go watch B's stream. Because literally, like, look at all the lighting that is cascading down. And from that standpoint, all of the marquees and stuff look washed out. Even Shinko Hadoken, right? They look really bright and lit up. But as somebody who has Yoga Flame, I can sit and tell you that thing's not washed out at all. By the way, if you haven't watched my Yoga Flame edition review, make sure that you go back and watch that video, because I give about 30 minutes of insight and gameplay and nitpick this thing to death, because that's what I did. Yo, B said he was talking too much during gameplay. B does have a thing of speaking, but sometimes you need that. You know what I mean? You'll get around Crystal when price drops. Okay, so to that logic, I say this: what if they don't have any? Right? I mean, I get it. Save pennies where you can, cut costs, but it's Christmas, and I don't know how many of y'all got kids. I got kids, and my children have expensive taste. All right. For instance, right? Like, my son's like, yo, he's like, hey, Dad. He's like, yo, I'm like, I need a new PC. And I'm like, bro, you better go talk to Santa. I'm not rich like that. So I get it. I understand the fact of trying to wait. But again, it's one of those things where if you wait too long, you're going to miss out, especially with them not selling these cabinets in store now. And the only way you're getting them is direct through online retailers. Yeah, I don't know. That's risk reward. It's kind of the same mentality about Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where people have said, I'm going to wait for a price drop. I'm going to wait for it to be XYZ. That's not happening. Blitz is that game that, like, everybody was asking for. And I know somebody's going to say, well, NBA Jam was like that too. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if John's in the chat wants to confirm or not, right? But if I remember correctly, NBA Jam ran through their initial run. And then they made more. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm a firm believer if you want something, you go get it. Yeah, that's a good point. You get Gamer Theater, take some pics and share it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Exactly. Let's see. My Space Invaders marquee looks amazing, but the camera's too bright. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Because marquees are very hard to get on camera. Absolutely. Reset Rudy, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. I can't afford to wait 2 months plus for another. I can't afford to wait 2 months plus for another Sable marquee. Hope it's good. If it's anything like these marquees, man, like, they're Gucci. Like, they're really freaking good. Seriously. Yo, MVC2, the freak out is real. Yo, so I'm gonna need you to calm down, man. I'm gonna need you to calm down, bro. Yo, Sam needs deep pockets for a gaming PC. Yo, tell him. Yo, Brad, tell him. Yo, graphics cards are not cheap. I got lucky getting the new graphics card I had to throw into my PC. You hope it ships for mid-October? I imagine Marvel's Capcom 2 is going to ship at the end of September. Usually, Arcade One-Ups have been doing the thing where it's like they'll put a cab out for pre-order, and it'll release like towards like a little bit later. It was the same thing with Golden Tee. Golden Tee went up for pre-order, came out 2 weeks later. Same thing with Shaq XL, et cetera, right? So they're doing a thing now where it's pre-order and you get it within a month. Hell, people are pre-ordering Blitz, and let me see if I can pull that tweet up. But they are here. I got mentioned in the tweet, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, right? Yeah, I mean, besides me being Cryptic Moat on Twitter, which CFB has dubbed me about cryptic tweeting, and I don't know anything about that. All right, here we go. All right, chat. So here we go. Let's add this to the stream real quick. And cool. Once again, shout out to Mad Astro for tagging me in this today. You guys can see they're here. They have landed along with some other stuff, stools and whatnot. So 4,000 Blitz stools, 35 additional cabinets have made the port along with Mortal Kombat 30th, Namco, and Street Fighter highback stools. So again, Mad Astro, you're great. Appreciate you tagging me in that. But yeah, so I would get them. Again, you don't want to be that person on the outside looking in. You got to sell to buy now. Wife rules. Wii U collection's going. Yo, whoa. Yo, Bones. Do you have any first-party Pro controllers for the Wii U? Because if you do, I will take them. Because as long as I'm not trying to make me spend like $60 a controller. Like, let's be real about that. Because I could use them, right? MVC2 not waiting for it. Exactly, right? I wouldn't wait for that. Blitz might have the NBA Jam effect where like all the diehards might get it, and maybe some casuals get it, and there might be some left. Marvel's Capcom 2? Yeah, nah. Mitchell, mind your business. I'm trying to get into that Wii U collection, bro. Wait for the price drop. Nah, it's like PS5. Y'all gonna be buying from a reseller. Peter got the bots ready to buy them up, and that's the other thing. We're gonna be fighting each other. We're gonna be fighting bots. Unfortunately, that's what it is. I hate saying it like that, man, but this is where I kind of hope that loyalty list thing kicks in, where if you're on the loyalty list, you signed up for it, you get in early. Fingers crossed, because that's what I'm hoping for. You know what I mean? Yeah, system controllers, about 20 games, Blitz fun. Yo, Bones, hit me up. I could always use another Wii U. My current one's modded. I could always use another one, right? But yeah, man, like, it's gonna be same thing with Marvel's Capcom. I remember Travis saying he bought his Marvel's Capcom 1 cabinet for $1,500. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I'm trying to get in the door. Yo, Gibby says if you reduce your ISO on your camera, you can fill those marquees pretty well. It can help reduce video noise too. Well, I mean, Gibby, I'd like to think that I did pretty well with my footage. Like, hold on, let me because now I want to pull it up because like yo like yeah I'd like to think that
K1 up his release.
Shut up, Mike.
Capcom
Shut up, Mike. Right? Like, so I'd like to think that I showed the marquee pretty well. You know what I'm saying? While recording this review, you know what I mean? So look right there. Look, I get good camera footage. I get good camera footage for reviews. Look at that. Marquee looks gorgeous. Sometimes you just need to. Sometimes you want to tout your own horn or whatever. Is right. But that's me. But Gibby, you're right. Yo, Reset Rudy says, I hope I'm not crying on the 8th for Marvel's Capcom 2 going quick. Yeah, man. 3 Pro controllers, just put new batteries in too. So you don't have third party for Pro controllers. Because those are charges. Again, hit me up. Pro control is the only way to play on Switch. Yes, especially if you're doing it with kitty paws. This is my Switch Elite controller. Yes, absolutely. And don't judge me for kitty paws. I like grip, chat. What up, Rhea? What's happening? Yo, I got to lurk a little bit today in your Battletoads stream, and then I kind of fell asleep because I'm old. Yo, Sosa said I spent $1,100 or $200. So you spent $1,300. I'm gonna say that again. $1,300. Yeah, that ain't it. I ain't doing it, bro. Yo, Biggie D's Arcade, what's going on? Eisen, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you watching on Twitch. Appreciate you. Ray getting all the love right now, right? Yeah, it does. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like, lighting makes a difference. And it just happens to be bright AF right now in here. But I can attest. Spoilers, hold on, chat. I got you. I wasn't going to do this, but I got you. I was going to save for tomorrow, but I got you. All right. This one. Open. So, for anybody who has questions about the MVC2, hold on. Anybody has questions about MVC2, there we go. We'll start at the top of the marquee. I went too fast. Granted, I was recording this at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? So, look. Marquee is fine on MVC2. It's the same style as the other one. You know what I mean? Look at me hold my DSLR. This is all DSLR footage, chat. Right? Again, I didn't even put together my Marvel's Capcom 2 vlog yet or whatever else. I need to do that this week, right? But, you know, it's early in the morning. I got down low. Look at chat. Your boy Mo wearing khakis and stuff. Look at them shoes on his feet. Them shoes on his feet, chat. Look at them, right? And so this was all going to come out in editing, but I wanted to show people, look, right? And the only issue I ever had with the marquee is right there. There is no animated music and violence, etc., right? That's missing. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's solid. It looks good. Look at that. Look at the mess, yo. Yo, we were messy. look, I'm staring at Zangi's junk, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man. Yeah, Chad, I did go to Vegas too. I was there. # I was there. But yeah, like, it looks good. You know what I mean? It looks good. And y'all know me, because I genuinely, like, I care about this. I'm not going to try to shill you something and be like, yo, I need this, like, stick it in my veins. Yeah, no, that ain't me. Because if I were to do that, I'd be a little questionable, you know? You know? And again, screen's good, BOE monitor, and everything else. And like at this point, again, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was trying to figure out, at this point right here, I was trying to figure out, can I hold my DSLR and play the game at the same time? That's what I was trying to do. So, Eisen, no. Let's see, yo, Shardio, what's going on, right? First party pros, and we again, Bones, just message me, bro. message me. Wasn't that a stick originally on the actual marquee? I don't think so. I think it was actually printed on there. I think in later editions it was a sticker. I'd have to ask Ralph. I'd have to ask Ralph, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, and the marquee looks great. Absolutely. Did I raise the difficulty? How hard does it go? You can boost it. You can absolutely adjust it. So I don't know if you guys noticed this in my review, but like anything I play on there, I'm turning the difficulty all the way up. So like when you saw me get scraped by Ken in CE, yeah, the difficulty's all the way up. I don't play the games on normal. I need them to be all the way up. I need to feel like I'm being challenged. Does it have HDMI out? No, unfortunately, it does not. That's okay. We've got solutions for that. So on the Mo Plays channel, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournaments, I've already said that out loud before, but I'll say it again. You know what I mean? The side panels are meh. It's the PlayStation and Xbox art. You know, there was no official art for it. You know, most of these things were in like freaking showcase cabs. You know what I mean? Or candy cabs, depending on where you live. So it would. I said this before and I said it again. It should have just been in the big blue. Legitimately, it should have been in the big blue with the big old dumb freaking marquee. But hey, I take what I can get. Hopefully Marquee went up. Hopefully a bunch of these sell, and maybe we can get a Pro version or an XL version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Hopefully that's what we get. You know what I mean? And yeah, Sheetline, yeah, they are the controls from the Capcom Legacies. They are. Do the pre-orders drop the same day as Arcade One on the flip side? Yes, they do. They do. See, and B was there. They feel better. Also, B, yo, man, hey, listen, you owe me a rematch, man. You can't be trying to fight me on stream. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to run that back. B continuing his World Warrior thing. I'm gonna need you to run that back. But no gate options like Shinku. Yeah, it's weird. So one of the things I forgot to include in my Capcom Legacy review is that you got to switch between octagonal and square gates. In the Legacies, they come with extra with swappable gates, right? But you don't get that in the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So if you're really that pressed for a gate, get one on Amazon for like $6, right? Yes, yeah, Brad. HDMI standard on iiRcade, absolutely. But we got to remember, like that's one thing I will give iiRcade. Absolutely, iiRcade made it so that thing is streamer friendly. If I want to plug that thing into my HD 60s Plus, I mean, it's not giving me 4K footage, but absolutely. Why am I pointing that way? iiRcade's right there next to Pinball. It's over there, chat. But yeah, man, they made that thing easily accessible for you to just connect it and whatever else, right? And that's how we do reviews for that thing, right? Square is technically the standard. I don't think gates matter unless you're not accustomed to playing arcades. So yes and no, right? When you play fighting games, depending on the game. Fun fact: I prefer playing Street Fighter with the square gate, but I like my versus games with the octagonal gate. I know that's really weird, but that's just something that goes. You know what I mean? Speaking of something that goes, because I didn't look at the bottom of the screen, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. B Con from Cons or Us. I'm sorry, B. I was looking everywhere but down. I don't know how long you were sitting back there.
Your show, man. No, I've just been here for a minute. I'm enjoying the content.
I'm sorry, man. I was just sitting there just talking and talking. What's going on, B, man? Did you come to talk trash?
No, I'll come to show whatever you want to, because I saw a link and thought I'd come and say hello to the folks. But are you talking about Shinku and Yoga Flame? Did you really intentionally like the Yoga Flame more than the Shinku one? Like just the design of Hyper?
Okay, so my thing was Big Blue. It's already blue. Killer Instinct's black. You know, the Street Fighter Capcom. The Capcom's like yellow. And I'm just like, I wanted a different color. And plus, I love Honda. And the fact that they put T-Hawk on the other side next to Sagat, I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm like, yeah, nah. And for me, Yoga Flame's like, Sagat's on one side, T-Hawk's on the other side. I mean, Honda's on the other side. Those are like two of my favorite characters. And so for me, it was just kind of like, yeah. And then the red and stuff, it just pops. And at the end of the day, you know, you have a glorious arcade behind you. You want things that stand out. You want statement pieces. And while I love Super Street Fighter 2 and I love that artwork, it's great. The color scheme is great. The panel is way better than that art style is way better on Shinku than it is over here. But just for an overall cabinet, I love aesthetically, this is more pleasing to me. You know what I mean? And I already figured, I was like, well, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that's a blue cabinet already. So it's just kind of like, I don't want here to be blue, blue, blue here. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Essentially blue trim, blue team molding, faux team molding, and whatever else. And I'm just kind of like,
No, I just think you're a fan of that concrete, art style
I
because you got
hate
it
it.
on.
Oh,
It's
I hate it so
everywhere. It's
much.
all over your background right now.
I hate it so much. Literally, and like when John let me up into the suite on Friday, the first thing I said to him when I saw it was like, "Dude, why are we not doing the gun? Why are we not doing the metal plating?" Like I hate it so much with a passion. Love Street Fighter. I hate that absolutely. It's just a thing that I can't stand. But oh, and apparently you're out of the closet, sir.
Yeah,
Did,
yeah. I
what,
was, I was,
did
I was
something happen?
hiding yesterday on P-Dubs' stream. Uh,
Oh,
you know, just thinking that the missus, so she's actually out of the house right now. So yeah, I can stream without any worry. No
oh,
worries. I can do
oh.
what I want to because when the cat's away, the mice will play.
And then slide around on your socks and stuff. I absolutely get it. Absolutely get it. B, you're here. Maybe you can field some of these questions that people had about NFL Blitz that you got to witness personally. Like you've seen that personally firsthand with your footage. What did you think? What were your impressions? I know you said you talked a lot, but now you're not talking with the guests, so now you can just let it rip and say what's on your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I did see it secondhand. I've not seen it in person at
Well,
all,
yeah.
but it was great to contact him, and he was gracious enough to join the show, which is great. First impressions, the cab is definitely the same as like the MK30 style, that new body style. So I mean, now that I know that that's what to expect, you're right. The marquee, everything, like all the parts are upgraded, and it's one of the best designed, shapes of a cabinet that I've particularly seen. So from an aesthetics point, I think it really hits on all cylinders. I am He couldn't really explain it, but I was really still am most interested in those 49-way sticks more than anything on that particular cabinet and how that performs. Because the technology side of those things, like real 49-way sticks, like $150 each.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them in there, and I know it's not the same real versions of it, but if it performs as such, I'm like, hey, can it be repurposed to do something else? That's a lot of money just in sticks. So that's the biggest thing that I was most impressed about, that how smooth everything was still playing on that new technology for now, because you never know that things can break in the future.
So I know I know we saw the video. I know Justin aired video and then about the 49 way stick, the video we all saw, whatever else, right? I'm curious to see those sticks in action, not just in action, but to see them under the panel because like you just said, 49 way sticks are expensive AF. So just to be able to have something 4 of those alone, even if they're just like knockouts and they're really good knockoffs, it to me is look, she got back already. Brooklyn, listen, man, there's this thing called a mobile device. I'm an Android guy, so but you can sneak away and go into another room if you really want to. B, let me ask you, after watching all that, are you allowed to even attempt to get Blitz? Do you have to sell something back there? Like,
No, my arcade just really can't handle another 4-player deck of a machine to take up space. And I just never was much of a Blitz fan in the arcade itself. So for me, just to kind of stick with the games that I like, but I say that, but then I'm like, I never really played Ridge Racer or Outrun in the arcade, but I still have both of those cabinets. I never played Tempest in the arcades, but I still have that cabinet. So I don't know. Maybe I'm talking myself out of like having cabinets that are pretty cool. But in general, though, sports games haven't been like my biggest genre of playing. I really like fighting games, obviously, you can tell. I like other classic games and things too. But for some reason, I think I'm traumatized by sports games. My older brother really loves sports games, but always want to play them and kick my ass. So I think innately, I'm like programmed to dislike sports games because he would always want to play NBA Jam or NBA Live 95 my butt on the diagonal screen.
my uncle was the same way, so I completely understand that. But I think that's the inverse. It's kind of like, well, I'm older now, maybe I can go in there and maybe I can rough somebody up. But then it's like, yeah, that's money. So I absolutely get it. You could just get rid of Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary. No, I'm kidding. I kid.
I'm trash at that game. I know. I really could, but I like some of the classic games on there too. It's been fun to play. Gauntlet.
Have you played Joust on there?
I have. It's fun. Like my son likes playing Joust on that particular cabinet, so he likes that. He's really into clacks for some reason on that. So it's a simple puzzle game. I'm surprised at which things he gravitates to when he gets in here.
Well, that's a good thing. At least they're getting used. And see, that's justification. Look, tell Mrs. Crew if we get this, this might inspire XYZ out of the young one, you know. And okay, now now I sound like I'm trying to sell you Blitz. I'm not trying to sell you Blitz. Not doing that at all. Not doing it.
Yeah, I
at
think
all.
I might pick it up. It's not one of those like day one pre-orders for me. It's still like definitely on the fence, and I probably would get it if it came down in price and there was a decent good sale that I couldn't pass it up. It's how I picked up T2 and Ridge Racer when they came down to like 400. I was like, I don't want to pass it up. They look like gorgeous cabs. I want to just add them to my collection for the sake. But the 4-player panel is definitely tricky. I do kind of agree that some people wish there was like a 2-player version, just because, right? If it's 2 players and you still have online capability, that would fit very well in many people's homes. So
Devil's advocate, that would be a modding opportunity though, to make it a 2-player cabinet. You know, if you went the Bobby route and maybe just instead of having 4, just turn to 2, and then maybe have 2 buttons. I don't think you're really going to need them, but I think that's an opportunity to do so.
Could.
Or a project that you could work on and
get a chainsaw.
Yeah. Like I'm literally sitting here talking like selling stuff in. So I guess I'd be wrong to tell you that RC Wiley is selling the X-Men 4-player cabinet for $379 right now.
That's also a good deal.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get money. Let's see. We still have the Time Crisis 2 and the Mystery Driving Cab that will come out in November. B, do you see Time Crisis coming out in the near future? Would you be excited for a Time Crisis?
I think so. I think, you know, if that Gamefly leaks was Nostradamus, right? Everything on that has come true so far. And so I don't see any reason to believe that it's not going to be coming true. I guess the matter is when. And if it comes out at the end of this year, I feel like there should be an announcement. I don't know how close they are to shipping. It is somewhat of a combination of technology, a pedal and a gun. But I'm really curious about form factor. We've not seen any leaked pictures of what a Time Crisis cabinet looks like.
Which is
we
wild.
know that it's a traditionally the Time Crisis 1, a single player gun game, but everything else that's been rumored to be on the cab is a dual player gun game. So you're going to have some compromise on the form factor for everything. I am actually most excited if truly a Point Blank was on the cabinet. Point Blank was by far my favorite shooting game growing up. In fact, I started making a custom Point Blank cabinet, and it's still at Bobby Vu's house. He's been helping work on it. I had a graphic designer recreate the art for that because it doesn't exist, and so he's been recreating it from scratch. So I was making my own Point Blank cabinet, but I mean, that game is actually really hard to play, even on emulation. Like the timing of that game still isn't as clean as a real light gun. So I'm curious of their execution on it with the Sinnen technology. I feel like it would be the same as my mod that I have currently in my big buck, but that would be the game I would be most interested in getting it for.
Yeah, I was sitting there, literally was listening to you, and I'm like, yeah, there hasn't been any real leaks, any images, nothing in ports or anything else like that. Biggie D said we would have an announcement now. I'm going to kind of disagree with that, only because the way that Arcade One has been revealing their products lately and the way that they've been doing orders, I'm going to disagree. But I guess the better question is, what did T2 come with? What, a 19-inch screen or something
still
like
17-inch. Still small.
Still 17-inch?
These games are really tiny to play on 17-inch.
Yeah, and I guess that's the question. Like, is there going to be enough space with, with the pedal? Is the pedal going to be durable enough? Those are the questions.
Totally don't have the cabinet. I have real Namco guns, clickety clacks, and real Namco pedals that are like in my big buck cabinet. Problem is, it's still a big buck cabinet, and I really only got that cabinet at the time because I wanted to test the light gun technology. I was super curious about it. It's the reason why I bought Outrun for the first place. I mean, I'm just fascinated by new technology in these home arcade companies, and some of the modding possibilities and just that unique gameplay experience. So I have it all in my big buck. I'm looking at it now. I've really thought about selling my big buck Hunter once I get my other cabinet and just kind of keeping it, because Point Blank, the artwork, if I get that, that's super nostalgic for me. Nobody really cares about it, but it's so fun. It's so colorful.
I love Point Blank. I remember going to Aladdin's Castle and playing tons of that. It's such a good game, man.
A Gunbalina artwork for the Japanese version with a big old marquee on it. Like, I just love Point Blank artwork. It's so fun. It's so super cool. I would wear a Point Blank t-shirt they came out with one. It's dope.
Speaking of t-shirts, and I got you here. Where's it's hashtag it's playable shirt?
I'm terrible at getting any of my reasonable merch out there on my store. I don't think I've ever even sold a single Kong Zeros t-shirt. But yeah, I got to work with a graphic designer. I have a friend that's a graphic designer. I'll probably get him so I could get some of that going. I think that would be fun. I think having a picture of some toes would be fun. Having Mrs. Kong Zeros maybe in a inside of an arcade 1-up cabinet would be fun.
See, those are great ideas.
Yeah.
One's in the chat. All the ideas that B is just listed off chat. One's in the chat if you guys will buy that merch. I mean, I have a couple.
I just buy it for myself at this point, So t-shirts are quite interesting. What you represent these days. I'm still kind of in work uniform. If you couldn't tell, I'm not.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You should probably go get out of that and stop being sweaty.
Yeah, it's all good. It's comfortable. They allow me to hang out with whatever. Yeah,
that's awesome. See, look, there's a 1. I'm looking at a 1. I know a guy. I know a guy or 4. I do know a guy or 4 who can.
Oh, Sheila makes a good point though. She says $7.99 would mean tentatively plastic and a bigger monitor because the price points, I think, have been accurate too, right? On the GameFly leaks, like they've been accurate as well.
Yeah, which is surprising because the GameFly leak said that MVC2 was going to be $5.99. I swore up and down it was going to be $6.99, and same thing with NFL Blitz, and it's been spot on. I don't have the image saved of the GameFly leak anymore because that's whatever. But yeah, it's absolutely been spot on. So would you pay $7.99 for Time Crisis?
No.
Real fast.
But okay, I take it back. I would really have to check out the specs to see if they attempted to do guns that had real clickety clacks. That would be, I mean, Time Crisis was synonymous with the actual Namco like click clack.
Yeah, you need to have that you need to have that feedback. So
yeah, so I would be curious if they did something like that, knowing the quality of the T2 guns as well as the big buck guns. I mean, they would be very, very cheap quality, but I'm curious if they bought real shells and replicated them. That would be interesting to see what they did there. And then the pedals, yeah. So those extra costs, I think, would be interesting to see and would help determine if I bought it for science, because sometimes I just feel like testing out the new stuff. That would be literally the only reason I would get it, is to test out for the new materials and check it out. But $7.99, that's a hard pill to swallow.
It's hard, man. Like literally we'd be getting into iiRcade territory. Not a shot at iiRcade. Don't listen. Don't. That's not what I'm saying. Look, for those who think I'm being funny or something like that, I am being objective. I'm just saying $9.99, $9.99, $9.99. If you go down, I'm just saying we're getting into that. And again, it has nothing to do with taking shots at iiRcade. It's just you're getting into that territory. Now, for that kind of money for iiRcade, it's worth it. It's got premium stuff in it. It's quality, whatever else. But $7.99 for Time Crisis, man, I love it. And I don't know. She lying to saying that it's Still Gunner, Point Blank, and Time Crisis on the cabinet.
Sounds like a good list to me. I'll name what maybe Still Gunner 1 and 2, possibly.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think that's the rumored list.
I'm gonna need somebody to mod mine, or just throw one of those in there. I can go grab an Optiplex from like a pawn shop for like $80, and then just get a build and then just do it myself.
I was saying, like, if there should be somebody that makes like a multi-cade gun game list. If you check out my guy Retro Lizard Arcades or Arpeg Electronics, they do sell pretty much drives and pre-configured gun setups that are fairly on point. That could work with either a Sinden, a Gun for IR, or aim tracks. And so if you want a modded version of, you could probably spend about $700 and get your own PC and those guns, and you can just plug it into a TV and have a big screen. Yeah,
and that's kind of where I'm kind of like, 800. I mean, that's
we play for wood, it.
It's all about the wood. Well, we need the wood, that MDF, but we don't want to have Woodgate. We don't need that tonight.
I doubt there would be any plastic molding though. I think Sheila had mentioned about the higher costs, including plastic molding. Yeah. I think I've heard John D comment about plastic molding would be 1, too expensive to do molds, and 2, I would be worried about how they would package it to make it fit into their current 48-inch packaging.
Ezekiel wants to know if you're ready for Chicago. Are you going to Chicago, B? Are you about to escape?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm dubbing it Arcadeapalooza 2022 in Chicago.
And see, now I get now I have to go. I have to go now. I like the gun builds that B's done more than any gun cab you can make. B does good work, man. Which comes to my next question. Hey, B, what's going on Thursday?
On what, my show?
On your show, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question because I usually find a topic about Thursday morning and then just start scrambling to ask people like, "Hey, are you free to join me tonight?"
I thought it was something you just had planned it in mind and was just
no. Every week is just like doing a weekly show. You kind of know, like today you just did a community show. I'm sure just to kind of like open the
we just figure like
topic.
we don't like it's just kind of like we can just shoot the crap,
Yeah.
You don't want to be formulaic and everybody be like, oh well, let's talk about whatever for like 47 times. Yeah, no, F that, dude. If we want to talk about somebody being reckless, or if we want to talk about this or that, or if
I
we want to
do
talk about...
have a lot of projects that I could always fall back onto. That's why live modding has been one of those things where I do it because it's unknown. People want to see me get electrocuted, and I have projects to work on. So I figured I made the show originally to be like, if I had no other topics, I could just work on my stuff and talk about what I'm working on. So there's a couple other big projects that I have in the works. The first thing that I'm actually really working on is I've been updating my game room, finally making it look like a game room and not just like a modding room. That's why I finally I'm not even in this permanent place right now. I'll show you what it looks like right now. So this is just my laptop that's just on a stool on a box.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
That's like on this wall, and that's my arcades behind me. And so, yeah, this is just my temporary setup on a arcade, not even an arcade one up stool, but I had this whole section here that I'm like looking to put stuff here. So I just put together my Ridge Racer, a couple of days ago. I think I have room for the T2 right there. I have another special project that I'm putting together. It's like a racing rig that's shaped like Battle Pod. That's going to be awesome. And then the other thing that I had mentioned months ago was I bought a freaking Star Wars cockpit, and I have no place to put it now. Like I underestimated how much space I would have, and I don't know if I can actually put it up. So yeah, I just sit here sometimes thinking about like, crap, what am I going to do? When am I going to get rid of this stuff? I don't know.
I would show you my space. Like literally, I have crap all over the floor in here. Like it's ridiculous how much stuff I actually need to do. You know what I mean? But life gets busy, so I completely understand that. Gibby had a good comment. Said you can use the Wiimotes with gun IR tech now. You know what I mean? And cheat. So that's not bad. It's a solution to the sit and light guns. So what would you want to see if you get your wish list? You have a game wish list, and besides, I know 19K has been saying riding, but what would your wish list be if Arcade went up, gave you a magic lamp, and they're like, yo, listen, here, rub this 4 times, or any company rubs it 4 times, what would you want to put out?
Yeah, well, just to address Ray Rockworth's comments about Lethal Enforcers, I would love their next gun cab to be a Lethal Enforcers police trainer cab. Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be awesome. I played so much of that on the Sega Genesis. It's ridiculous, like with the little stupid blue and the pink gun, dude. Yeah, and then they go into the arcade planet.
I like those stupid like mini games for gun games for me. Like maybe like just shooting random people isn't like super fun. But yeah, I really like the mini gun games. So I remember playing a ton of Police Trainer and Point Blank in my mom and pop shop arcade. But what would be like my dream arcade that I'd want Arcade 1-Up to come up with? It's a good question. I think it hasn't. Oh, I think I've mentioned it before, like being Stun Runner. I think that was like my default answer in the past, but I think I've kind of gotten over it. I think I'm like more realistic now about space. And after MVC2, to She-Lion's point, I think she said this a couple of times, I don't know if I have another kind of like Holy Grail arcade game that I would want. So I'm literally out of space. I really don't know what they would do that would top MVC2. That's definitely one of the pinnacles. DDR, if they ever did a DDR.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, dude. I was gonna say that's the only thing that's missing for me. Literally, it's Dance Dance Revolution. It can even just be DDR 1, 2, 3, and maybe Max. Literally, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, that's the only thing you're missing because I don't know if they're ever gonna get Guitar Hero. The licensing for that
would be terrible, though. I think the quality on a DDR version of Arcade 1-Up would be terrible, but I've seen the metal mats.
Yeah, the metal mats. I was gonna say maybe if they like came up with some really ghetto way to like add the metal frames and then like you like screw them together or something like that, and then maybe do it like
kind of had the bar where you're holding on to it. And you're like,
that would be. That means you have to have like it has to ship with a box fan too. Then you'd have a box fan and like even at round 1 and like in freaking Milwaukee, do people still go there? Like 2 box fans blowing, they go on with freaking hitter gloves on, and they just lean on the bar and they just do work, man. DDR is great.
Yeah,
I knew what I was gonna ask you. So B, this racer cab that you want to put together, is this revenge for AtGames besmirching you and doing you wrong?
No, they did not.
I'm kidding.
I actually got some flack the other day too, and I just want to address it since I'm on your show, and at some point I'll address it at some level because TechBuzz had called me out the other day and was all like, "B lied. He did not get kicked out. He left. He rage quit the group." And I will have to admit that is true to a certain extent. It was a clickbaity title, but that's what YouTube is, right? Did I get kicked out?
All clickbait. Funny.
I did. To my perspective, I left what's called the Nod group because they used to have multiple Skype chats for when they did product releases, and there was the main group and there was the Nod group, and I left the Nod one thinking I would still be in this one because I didn't say I wanted to leave AtGames. I just said I wanted to leave the God one. I wanted to make my point. I said, is $50 worth, upsetting your loyal fans and this content creator that's not going to make any more content about AtGames Nod? No, and I left. And then I thought I was going to still be here to be like, okay, I still want to make other content. But in the end of the day, I think I don't know if I ever got enough headway to make content about, things that they mentioned. I really wish they would use that group to almost be like, hey, here's our list of 50 sales. Can you give us feedback about it before they publish it? Because there's like weird sale things that truly don't make sense. And so they're not really using the group to give feedback more.
Yeah, the sales are kind of which was on my to talk about list tonight. Yeah, chat, we were going to talk about AtGames a little bit.
Do it.
Yeah, dude, like some of this stuff is just it's wild. I still don't understand the pricing behind this mini freaking the pinball. You know what I mean, dude? $25 for like these pinball packs. It's still kind of it's funny because they got rid of ArcadeNet. But they're really high in the price of ArcadeNet with inside of these packs. Like some of the packs that they're selling with like bad dudes and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, some of the stuff is already on the cabinet. Correct. I guess if they're selling it for like people with like the Gamer Mini or the Gamer Pro or whatever else, fine. But some of this stuff is just it's kind of bananas. $20 for the pinball buttons, okay, cool. Still selling this crappy controller for $40, whatever else. Not hating on AtGames, chat. I got a freaking Legends pin. I got the stupid Legends Ultimate. I got a Legends Gamer Pro. I got 2 of those gimmicks, so I'm allowed to say whatever the I want to say about it, right? But it's just, where's the deal? I feel like the old lady from the 80s. It's like, where's the beef? Where's the deals? And people are like going nuts about this. We're like, oh, we can play XYZ, and I respect it, but where? Like, I don't.
I mean, pinball has been like their bread and butter system. Like the last year when there was the virtual pinball wars, you can make an argument that AtGames won that war in terms of the better value. Hey, Storm Queen,
What's up, Queen?
In terms of a pinball machine. Team Encoder did some magic and brought some more value to Arcade 1-Up pinball that made it more competitive in that space. And I don't think you can go that much wrong with either one. But anytime they release software like the dinosaur packs, right, or the Dr. Seuss packs, those pinball owners are getting extra bang for your buck. So that's really obviously where they shine. Their hardware sales just really aren't that great when you think about the brick and mortars that are also kind of clearancing stuff out that you can get stuff. Like, I don't think anybody's going to buy a Legends Gamer Pro or Mini from a Nod sale when you can get it still cheaper when you just wait for Walmart, GameStop, or whatever set place to liquidate.
$40-$50,
yeah. And so the hardware deals aren't there. It's probably going to get harder for them to continue selling direct to consumer because they have to pay for shipping costs and things. They're just in a weird model space. So unless they really get great at releasing more of those software packs that are going to make your products more valuable, I don't think they have the capacity to kind of do the hardware sales at volume that we'd want to see those price points at.
Right.
So who knows? Legends Racer, haven't heard from it. Quad player control decks, I think, are coming out pretty soon.
Bro, they were supposed to come out. They're supposed to come out in June. It's about to be September, like Thursday, and I still haven't gotten anything else. But the email about you can cancel it. I'm like, but no, I want it. Speaking of wanting, the shade of the night brought to you from Worst Jago. DDR, the one game Joe might be able to beat B in.
Negatory. Yeah, man. I challenge Joe and DDR. I will tear him up. I will go extreme on his ass. You know, hey, I was the DDR treasurer at UCLA back in my freshman year. I was part of the leadership group. Not that I was that good, but
Look,
know how to get my steps in.
Yo, Mike Hawk Hurts, what's going on, man? Listen, I don't clickbait. I might use a clickbaity thumbnail. If you look on the Mo Plays channel, the AEW video's got like over. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, dude, that video has over almost 2,500 views for a channel that only has 300 subs, dude. Like, everybody go sub to Mo Plays because why not? There's a tournament there Sunday. Let's see. Yo, I'll buy the new pinball tables. Not really interested in anything else. And that's the thing. Yep. When you did the mock-up, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. When you went with the dimensions and built the cardboard box about the Legends Pinball Mini, and I was like, yeah, it's more desk crap. I'm like, I don't have room on my desk. I barely got room on my desk for this stupid Xbox fridge right here, man. But question, yo, why is Pizza Hut not partnering up with Arcade wanting to bring their cabinets to their store location? Seems like common sense. How many Pizza Hut locate? Yeah, I was gonna say, how many people? They're starting to go the Little Caesars route now, where they're getting rid of the locations that you go and sit in and eat now. It's not like it was when we were kids with Turtles and the 90s and going in there and being able to sit at cocktail tables and whatever else. Turtles, B, do you use your consoles? Did you pick up the Cowabunga collection today?
I did not. I might in the future, yeah. But yeah, I did not grab it.
I didn't either. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
I spent a lot of money on the Shredder's Revenge limited game edition. Whatever is that company called? Limited run games.
Yeah, limited run games. Yeah.
I spent like $200 to get like the collector stuff because I like toys and things, and I'm like, I kind of want that one. And then I was like, yeah, I can live without the other collection.
Speaking of which, I spent a bunch of money I shouldn't have because I got it ready for Christmas. For those who are watching on Twitch, you guys know this, but every year I usually run a stream with my friend Nick, and we usually do like a giveaway, like a bunch of games and stuff like that. So Square Enix, and I don't know if it's still up, but Square Enix is selling copies of Marvel's Avengers, the physical and the collector's edition. Each copy was like $2. And the collector's edition that was like originally 150, whatever else, statue, whatever else, right? They're selling that for $15. So those are the fruitcake gifts this year. So if you come to a stream and you see it, yeah, that's what it is, right? But yeah, man, that's been an hour already. Well,
it's been an hour.
It's been an hour. Yo, we're gonna finish on time. 3 minutes later. 3 minutes later, we're gonna finish on time. B, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to shill because that's what we do on this show.
Oh yeah, thanks everybody. Check out Mike of All Trades and Moat Plays.
There's not for me, for you.
Sunday, and I want you to join because I am donating $50 to the prize pool to be able to support. Because Mike, I know you wanted to intentionally get people to join and pay money to join these tournaments and give it to the people that would want to play. But realistically, they would just be paying themselves because the people that would pay are the ones that have a chance to win it. And we want to open this community up to anybody that wants to get their hands and feet wet on these cabinets. And I want to see more people in the tournament. I think that's the goal. Set a goal for a number of people to tournament, and then you can get sponsors and people to support. So I'm happy that you're doing that, keeping it alive. UOG, the team, Steps, anybody that's hosting tournaments, Blast still. I had some of the best times of my home arcade experience in those spaces. So I'm just happy that somebody's still carrying that torch. So that's it. Go check them out on Sunday. I'll be there.
Yeah, that'll be exclusively on the Mo Plays channel. I think I said that before. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and do it because we'll make way to 500. And then I'll stream some VR shenanigans and people can scream about that stuff. Like B said, the tournament's Sunday. I'll have a video, guys, out for you guys tomorrow. I actually recorded it, so it's ready to go. I just got to put it out. The prize pool. Absolutely thankful for everybody who's donated to the prize pool. And what B just said, people they put money and they bet on themselves. Eddie Good put in $100 and bet on himself for this tournament.
He's gonna get it back.
So I'm not telling anybody the prize pool until it's Sunday morning when they see it. And when y'all see this prize pool, y'all are gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, that just happened. So again, I want to do something for the community because we're gonna dust these cabinets off and we're gonna bring it back and we're gonna have fun. So if you're not signed up, feel free. It's free just to participate, just to have fun and interact because we need that love and feeling back like an old 80s movie, and whatever else, right? So that's what I got. I don't think I have anything else to shill. There was something I was gonna say and I just completely forgot. Let me turn this way. No. Oh, welcome to Die. I got you here now. Hey B, let's just real fast. I know I was gonna end, but Why did I highlighted over there like I'm using OBS? Oops. I'm gonna end the poll, but let's talk about Welcome to Die real fast. This man has bragged about how he's beat you from pillar to post, and one of these days you're gonna need to do something about that. Just real fast. One of these days you're gonna need to do something about that because
the Welcome to Identity Crisis is always trying to shill himself out as the game Triple H, somebody, Thanos, whatever you want, but I don't understand how you can still claim victory over things when you know it's not really a fair regular matchup that's in front of people that can watch it. When we play behind the scenes, it's all fun and games, but unless it happens legitimately on somebody's stream when the lights are on, that's when it counts. And anytime that I've played you a lot of times, I'm pretty sure I've come out on top. So Welcome to Die. Whenever you want to come get these live, come get it.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. We're out of here.